play the lone win coming against Richlands in a game on Tuesday afternoon, actually. Their head coach, Jason McClure, is in his 4th year with the Hurricanes. They went 5-15 a year ago. They're predicted to finish 5th in the preseason Southwest District poll by the coaches. But the issue this year has really been defense. They've had 5 or more errors in 2 of their last 4 ball games. So anytime you've making errors at that kind of clip, you can see maybe 1 or 2 errors a game. But anytime you have +5, one of those games I think had upwards to 6 errors in a game for them, and you're just not going to be able to win a lot of games like that. They're coming off a 14-4 win over Richlands. Alex Robinson led Marion with 3 hits, 3 RBIs, while Justin Olinger also had 3 hits. And that also snapped a 3-game losing skid for the Hurricanes as they go out and take infield as we speak. Back on Monday, they lost 15-3 to Grayson County in 5 innings. That was a 5-error game for them, and Alex Robinson drove in a run for Marion and also had a couple of hits for them in that game. What's odd about Marion's season is the 3-11 record, but Marion nearly knocked off preseason favorite Tazewell back last Tuesday. And the Canes led 3-1 against Tazewell entering the 5th inning of that ball game, but Tazewell scored twice in the 5th and twice in the 6th to seal a 5-3 game in a game that had a combined 9 errors. So they had a chance to take down the preseason favorite in Tazewell, who's a very talented team, and we'll see in Bristol in a couple of days.
And something you can always talk about, Dylan, is baseball's the game where it doesn't matter who you're playing, but you can always lose on any given day. I mean, pitcher can have a bad outing, put you in a bad spot. Sticks just aren't cranking for you. There's a lot of factors to a baseball game. And, I mean, maybe just getting used to a new field wherever you're at the time. It's all a different game. I mean, in most sports football, you can line up, and as long as you're the better team on the field, you're going to win. But that's not every case in baseball, and you have to come out ready to play. It sounded like Tazewell wasn't really ready to play. And, I mean, if you're Virginia High, you got to look at every game on the schedule one at a time.
Because every team's going to try to – you got the target on your back, especially when you're the teams there preseason.
Or when you're first in the conference as we are now. Like, you're the one everybody wants to beat. They want that confidence going up later on in the season. And when it comes tournament time, we beat them once. Why can't we do it now?
So you got that extra momentum going for you to continue your season later on in the year. They're also led by captain catcher Alex Robinson, who hit .452 last year. And he has a career batting average of .412. He was also a pitcher for him last year, and he does some work on the mound for him this year. They have a shortstop, Caleb Osborne, who hit .345 a year ago. A utility player, Chase Tucker, hit .323 with 22 ribbies a year ago. So they've got some talent on this team. They've got a freshman, Cooper Archer, who will be playing at third base, or who has normally been playing at third base. He's not in the lineup today. But it's a team that's got a mixture of, seniors and a pretty young team at that. So that's your scouting report for the Scarlet Hurricanes. And now we'll go over to Mark with a little bit of the weather this afternoon.
What's up, Bearcat fans? It's your favorite Bearcat meteorologist, Mark Harr. Weather today got up to about 85 degrees. Felt good. Felt like a good summer day. But expected to start cooling down on Saturday as my graduation day. It does decide to rain. A little bit of AM showers on Sunday, going to cloudy back up and stay that way until about Friday with respect to a little bit more rain. Expect about 73 to be the high consistently over that time frame and about 53 to be the low. So you got some good weather coming up, folks. Make sure you get outside and enjoy it a little bit.
So you went beyond the 2 hours. We're probably 2 to 3 hours over here. You took them into the next week.
Dylan, I'll try to tell you, I'm a meteorologist. I'm not a broadcaster.
I see it. So the weather, it is pretty warm this afternoon. I talked to Austin Davidson. Of course, we interviewed.
I didn't really hit the game, did I? I didn't really hit the game time temps.
No, you didn't hit the game time temps, but it's around 80, and it'll probably stay around there.
No, Dylan, you got to look into it.
You're going to go into more detail.
You got to talk about low pressures.
But Austin said it was hot because he was sweating, and he was just standing outside.
Well, see, he was also talking to us at one of the hottest points of the day, about 5:30 in the afternoon. We're looking to get about 74 to about 71 throughout the course of the night.
Details, that's what we got to have. So thank you for the weather, Mark. And you can keep up with Bearcat Radio on social media by following us on Twitter at VHS Bearcat Radio, and also like us on Facebook by searching Bearcat Radio. And the schedule has been altered, so we will not be abiding by the schedule that we posted on the Twitter the other day. Softball, actually, the game against Marion got moved to today, and I think they played it today at 6 o'clock. And so we will not have a broadcast tomorrow because softball travels to Lebanon. So that one, we will not have a broadcast tomorrow. Our next broadcast will be possibly on Monday, softball against Abingdon at 6 o'clock. But for sure, we have baseball Tuesday at 7 o'clock, so make sure you tune in at 6:45 as they face Tazewell. Then Friday, we're going to head to John Battle for a 7 o'clock start for the rivalry game there against the Trojans. Coverage again begins at 6:45, so we hope that you can tune in for those. And maybe it won't get too complicated, but we could possibly have 3 broadcasts next week. Could be a fun week. Get a couple of non-district games plus the big one against Tazewell on Tuesday. It'll be an important one. The Cats won the last one 1-0.
Gotta have that one.
That could be a fun one here at Boys Cox. So hopefully the weather's good for that one. I believe Mark said it was going to be decent next week. So Tuesday, we'll see what.
We're looking at everything clear except for Friday, Dylan. We got to hope that Friday weather stays there so that we get some games in next week.
We got the big game against Battle Friday, so hopefully it stays
maybe
out.
it comes on Thursday.
Maybe it will. Mark Dirks coming through with the weather there. Let's take a commercial break. When we get back, we'll go over some storylines, and we'll have the starting lineups, and then we'll be close to game time here from Boys Cox Field.
Hey y'all, I'm Blake Shelton. I love that country music connects people all over this great nation, but unfortunately so does something else, childhood hunger. 15 million children struggle with hunger in America. That's why the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks works to rescue our surplus food to help provide billions of meals to families in need across the country. Join the fight against hunger at feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
You're not wired to have a response to this sound. You're neutral to it. And you can hear it repeatedly without feeling anything. But when we introduce a new stimulus, save the food, we've achieved pulling a natural or inborn response from you. Save the food, because 40% of all food in the US never gets eaten. Save the food. Cook it, store it, share it. Just don't waste it. For tips and recipes, visit savethefood.com. Brought to you by NRDC and the Ad Council.
Follow Bearcat Radio on Twitter with the handle @VHS Bearcat Radio and on Facebook by searching Bearcat Radio for the upcoming broadcast schedule and shows on the flagship stream of Virginia High School athletics.
You know what really gets a party started? Indoor baseball. Yeah, just find a broom or a pool cue and you can use like anything as a ball. Cans, bottles, shoes.
Hey bro, toss me that avocado.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb, but if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving, the ultimate party foul. Learn more at ultimatepartyfoul.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
When is the best time to talk to your family about staying in touch during a disaster? When floodwaters reach your door? When wildfires are engulfing the edge of your neighborhood? Or an earthquake is destroying buildings? Or is the best time perhaps today? During a disaster, you may not be able to stay in touch with your family or friends as easily as you think. Go to readyvirginia.gov and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by Ready Virginia, FEMA, and the Ad Council.
Getting closer to first pitch this afternoon from Boys Cox Field as the Cats take on the Marion Scarlet Hurricanes in a Southwest District tilt this afternoon. Let's take a look real quick at the starting lineups, starting with the 3-11 Scarlet Hurricanes of Marion. Leading off for them, Chase Tucker at second base, then Alex Robinson, the catcher. Caleb Osborne on the mound. He's batting third. Austin Wyatt in center field in the cleanup spot. Braxton Langston at short. Justin Olinger at third base. Then the left fielder, Ty Blevins. Philip Gaver at first. And Tyler Pennington in right field. That rounds out the order for the Scarlet Hurricanes. Also on their roster, Jacob Owens and Trey Cornett. They are not starting this afternoon. As for the Cats, 7-6 on the year, 4-0 in district play. Bobby Medley will lead it off in right, and then Jordan Dixon in left. Batting third, Zach Griffith. He's on the mound. Justin Lewis at first. Tyler Anderson, the DH. He's batting fifth. Hitting for Austin Davidson, who will be out in the field at second base. Nolan Haas batting in the sixth spot at third. Then Jared Mouse, the catcher. Michael Bradley at short. Then Jamie Lathrop rounding out the order for the Cats for this Thursday afternoon game here in Bristol. And at least we get a little bit of clouds. We didn't have a cloud in the sky on Tuesday.
No, Dylan, as you can see, over the course of the night, you're going to have a little bit of overcast come in. Get ready for that rain on Friday.
You're really taking the new weatherman job seriously, aren't you?
Dylan, it's my new role.
That's true.
You have to embrace
you're
it.
Thriving in it.
Oh, the rain's coming Saturday, not Friday, too, by the way.
Okay, so you're making a change.
No, it's coming on Saturday. I said Friday a minute ago. I don't want to confuse the people.
So it's okay. I
Saturday.
understand you.
Graduation.
Marion's taking in and out still, so we're running a little bit behind
It's the
schedule.
longest in and out I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, they're taking like a full-fledged practice here before they get things going. And let's look real quick at the last game the Cats played against Marion. That was on April 18th at Marion. 15-1 victory for the Bearcats in that one. Jordan Dixon went 2 for 4, drove in 3 runs, was the winning pitcher, and he only allowed 2 hits. Nolan Haas, Jamie Lathrop, and Jared Mouse each had 2 RBIs apiece. Cats scored 9 runs in the 4th inning and had 13 hits in a shortened 5-inning win over the Scarlet Hurricanes. So that was the last game against them. And the storylines tonight, Game 2 of a 3-game homestand for the Bearcats, so still in the friendly confines here at DeVault Stadium. They're looking to get to 5-0 in district play, which would be halfway through the 10-game regular season in district play. It would be nice to add to the successful season so far. And then they're looking for a season sweep of the Hurricanes and a little bit of revenge for Mark and I after football season.
That wasn't fun.
after the playoff game, the Bearcats hosted their first playoff game since 2002. We'd like to remember that, right? But tough game.
A lot of fun memories this year. That's for
fun.
sure.
Kind of go into retrospect for Mark is your last day is coming up soon, like 22nd. You're moving to Georgia, right? So
the dirty South.
Yep. So we're gonna try to do a sports chat in there sometime before Mark leaves us and do a celebration or going away party or something. We'll get something planned. You never know what we can come up with, but we'll try to get something. So just stay tuned on Twitter or on Facebook for that.
Everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome.
Yeah, anybody can show up. You don't even have to be a Bearcat, right? You can be an old. Could you be a Viking?
That's fine. I mean, anybody wants to come. I mean, I'm just here for a good time.
So, Mark, get the Cats here in all white this afternoon.
Icy
white. I got the home whites on. Bearcats across the front of the jersey. Black numbers on the front and back with orange trim. Bearcats on the front in orange as well. Got a black and orange stripe down the side of each pants, each of the pants, and each leg of the pants. And then the hat's black with an orange bill, an orange V with a white outline. As we're getting the first pitch, Mr. Bill Hartley coming out. And City Council just earned his seat back in the election a couple of days ago, so he's going to throw out the first pitch. He's definitely a fervent supporter of Virginia High athletics. Played baseball here at Virginia High in the 80s, so he's going to throw out the first pitch. It's a pretty good one. A little outside, but a good pitch there. Jared
Got a good
Mouse.
frame there. You could have caught it at a strike.
Jared Mouse caught it for him as he hands the ball back to him. So getting set here for first pitch. Let's take a quick commercial break. When we get back, we'll have first pitch from Bristol.
Hi, I'm Dustin Lynch. You don't have to listen to country music to know that life can be full of drama. Some of it you just can't control, like your girlfriend running out on you with your best friend. But there's some drama that you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
You just need to take that first step and find free classes near you and start moving towards a brighter future and even your college degree.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ed Council.
I want to thank my mommy for loving me so much,
for taking me to the doctor when I broke my foot,
for leaving me alone when I wanted to be alone.
And now, as a grown-up, I'm thankful for being able to take care of you, my dear mom, for taking you to your therapies, for understanding that sometimes you simply want to be alone.
Roles change without us noticing. That's why AARP gives you the information to provide even better care for your loved one. Visit aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Follow Bearcat Radio on Twitter with the handle @VHS Bearcat Radio and on Facebook by searching Bearcat Radio for the upcoming broadcast schedule and shows on the flagship stream of Virginia High School Athletics.
Hi, I'm Matt Kenseth. You don't have to be a race car driver to know that life can be full of drama. Some of it you can't control, like mechanical issues, high winds, and rain delays. But there's some drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education.